can you do? Again, it could be reviewing your practice against local, regional, or national benchmarking data. So if you are from outside, you give, sometimes people ask me that we don't have the, the data published. No, for most of the, not all, but unless and until it's a rare tumor, you will find something in the literatures. And I will give you an example in the next coming slides. So this is where this is robust, attributable, and validated. So only those tumors. So most of the countries do have data published that what are their, for example, in skin, what is the frequency, what is the usual thickness of a squamous cell carcinoma, what are the margin status usually. So those can be done against the local practice and or regional practice, and certain things, for example, staging of a tumor, that if you are doing colorectal, and grading of the tumor. So what are the national, published things? And it can, for the clinical things, it can include morbidity and mortality statistics. Of course, that's not pertinent to us. Then you can have case review or discussions. So challenging cases, which you have discussed in our MDTs. So even those things you can use in the quality improvement activities. And learning event analysis, and then evaluating the impact and effectiveness of a piece of health policy or management practice. So even those you can do. And audits, including review of prescribing activity. This is not pertaining to us. So I have taken it from the GMC that what things can be done under this. Then clinical audit, local audit, and monitoring on effectiveness of the teaching program. So you see, it will cover your quality improvement activities. It will cover your teaching activity. It will cover your audit activity. So 3 CIPs will be ticked against if you do of a teaching program. And then audit of outcomes from clinical guidelines, devices, innovations, which are recently introduced. So how people are feeling, how, is it, for example, we can do for digital pathology in our department. That's a nice idea for us. So other requirements, then you must actively participate in quality improvement activities, and then you should be able to show that. And then frequency, the amount, type, frequency, it all depends where you are working. So it's not that it should be like there should be too many activities. Even few are enough if those are of high quality. And then regular reviews and audits of your work, and then reflection, that is again very important. And then evaluate. If you have been unable to evaluate the results of the changes you have made, you must discuss with your appraiser. So this is in the appraisal process also, that personal development plan. So, revalidation of GMC, that also is very, they look in the QIPs and the audit activities very deeply for your PDPs, personal development plans. And some quality activities require more resources, of course, and but not all. Again, we don't think that, sometimes. Mahmood, audit and QIP, no, you can do single-handed. And one thing is that if you are doing the clinical audit or dataset audit, you can do very easily single-handed. So I was talking about team, that if it's a big project or if it's such activity that other team members should be able to help you. So the GMC or Royal College, they do not, and that you can show in your team, team practice also, like you are a team player. So and communication and all those things while doing that activity. So you are sending an email, you are sending a letter to other person. So it will cover multiple. So I was recommending that if you can do as a team, that will also tick box other things also. But I would again say that if you are doing the against the data set, then it should be, you can do very easily single-handedly. it's like a case report publication that sometimes they say that don't put too many authors in case report publication. So 3 should be enough. And however, for that, for the original article, or if it is a meta-analysis, then you can maybe put 20. So it all depends what kind of. But I was saying that if you do it as a team activity, that is also acceptable. And that is also, but you should be the first or active participant. It should not be that other people have done the work and your name is only there. So you need to show that you have actively participated, you have played an important and pertinent role in that activity, quality improvement activity. And then you can show it via emails, via letters, via, the report of QIP. So, and reflecting on your QIA, that is how the activity you carried out is relevant to your work, how you have evaluated, what actions you have taken, and it's very simple also. That this might include development of an action plan, changing your practice, or just informing the colleagues of any findings and actions required, and then demonstrating whether whether improvement had occurred or not, and then if the good practice has been maintained during that also. So clinical audit templates, many templates are available by the Royal College, and you can just take those. And I have given I will give you one of the examples, a few of the examples. And so it's basically the same. But 2 things I want to mention over here. One is that people think that only it's tumor related, or sometimes they think that it can't be performed. So how easily you can perform, audit and then re-audit. So this is the one, and it is the audit of turnaround times for reporting of a non-neoplastic dermatopathology specimens. So for example, you have joined a department in the UK and you have completed most of your portfolio pathway requirements, few things left, and you want to submit your application in a year. So what I said in my initial presentations or sessions were that time management, number 1, planning, number 2, organization, number 3. Those 3 things are very important in your portfolio journey. So over here, just look at this, that how simple it is. You can start it, I think, within after your joining, within couple of weeks or months, you can start that. And you can do the audit of turnaround time of reporting of a certain thing and use the template by Royal College. And after that, you can just complete the compliance, and then recommendations that how to implement the change. So what could be the different things which we can do to reduce the turnaround time of reporting of a non-neoplastic dermatopathology specimens? So it could be that we can ask, you can, from your audit findings, you found that, your turnaround times are a bit higher, which shouldn't be. And then you saw that people are using, for example, DPAS, special stain, and they are asking for levels for each specimen. I'm just giving you an example. Then what you can do is that, okay, instead of 3 levels initial, maybe if the department is cutting 3 levels, you can ask for 6 levels of punch biopsy in the initial go, and unstained slide for DPAS. So that will reduce the turnaround time significantly. And then it will impact of course, the patient management, of course, your clinico-pathological correlation conference, if it is happening in your department. And if even in the initial 6 sections, you don't find anything, then you can ask for further deeper level or something. So you can just do those simple things or recommend those simple things, and then see that afterwards, that for example, you saw maybe 50 biopsies, and I'm just again, the numbers and those things are just correlative, not reflective of the actual practice anywhere. I'm just giving an example that 50 biopsies you saw, and among those 40, 45 had levels and DPAS and those things. So then you recommended that, okay, and then the turnaround time was more than 10 days. And then you recommended that, please, if we can do the initial 4 hours. So it will save the technical time. How? Because second time when you ask for level, the technical staff have to go back, find the block, prepare it for cutting, do the thing. If initially they cut the 3 levels in the initial phase, it will be saving their time also. So if you can just talk like that, and then their time, time is money. Anywhere in the world or in personal life also, I would say your most precious thing which a human being can have is time. So it's your skilled consultant pathologist time also, or it's a skilled technical staff time also, that if you are able to reduce that, that will definitely have an financial impact. That consultant also do not have to relook the case, just remind themselves that, oh, what we were looking in that and what we were thinking. And then it's kind of a new case every time, once you are looking at the levels of, especially non-neoplastic, ask me. So afterwards, what you can do is that is just an example again, that you can example provided by Royal College, and afterwards action plan, and then I will tell you one thing: if you show your department head or your senior manager that this will reduce money or it will have financial impact in way of reducing the time, and in way of, they won't mind using one more slide. Just mark my words that they won't mind that. Technical staff, if you just tell them that, because you see 90% of the biopsies had another go for deeper levels. So please, if you can do it for the first time, they will be happy, more than happy, that, okay, let's do it, rather than going to and fro. And then this is another one. It's again a quite simple one, that breast cancer grading. So if you are in UK or abroad also, and you are doing that, then you can assess, but you should have criteria range, the second and third standards and criteria, that department should have written protocols stating the use of methodology used to grade, and then published reports have shown the distribution of grades for symptomatic and screen detecting in the UK. So you have got a robust criteria in the UK to assess your grading against. So if you have that in your country or place where you work, maybe regional data, then it's fine. You can just do that. Then you can see that how many, were not according to that, and maybe grading will change, and maybe some things will come out of the audit. But remember, in the end, it's always for the quality improvement. It's always for the benefit of the patient. We should change our thinking when we think that audits are for, you know, uh, picking mistakes for others, or people give you advice and those are not for your, benefit. Try to take feedback in a proper and positive way wherever, and try to give feedback also in a. So a couple of days back, just a quick thing, couple of days back, I think this is just end of my presentation, one or two about audit cycle, that a couple of days back there was one session, and over there I said positive feedback. So the person said, no, it's just feedback, it's not a positive or negative feedback, it's how you take it. So that makes it positive or negative. So that was actually a lovely comment. So what's an audit cycle? So over here they have stages. And I have put up that how to do that. And so this is the, from 8 onwards, this is the kind of a re-audit. So you have to see that how much time should be available. So these are the 5, the in the red boxes, that first you need to identify. And it's not always an issue. Sometimes it's just that something comes in your mind and you think that, oh, we can make the things better in this way. So identify, and then what's the method, what's the data collection, and what's the sampling. Then analyze those, then change. And change management is one of the most difficult things in the world, I would say. And monitor. So monitor and then re-audit. So that's how you close the loop of an audit cycle. Thank you. If you have got any questions, please let me know.